everyone. Today we're going to have a look at some headphones, the Bose Quietcomfort 25. I got those headphones right in front of me, and that's essentially the way they are packed, or they are shipped from Bose or wherever you buy them. Of course they come with a paper package around our box, but I removed it and I got to put it somewhere away because I'm using those headphones for a few weeks now. And well, I'm going to share my personal view of the headphones, of course the strengths and also, well, the weakness of the headphone. I figured one in the past few days. Before I didn't, but now I do. And well, I'm going to share my experience with you in this video. If you have any questions after the video, feel free to post a comment. I will answer them as soon as possible. Well, the headphones are packed in some casing. It's well, artificial leather and some other materials. It's nice. Well, you can carry them around like that in the bag or whatever, and you don't have to be afraid of putting something heavy on them, which might break them after all. But otherwise, it's just a useful feature. And with headphones with such a price tag, I'm expecting things like that to be, well, some normal standard, let's say. Well, with some other manufacturers it's not, but with Bose, luckily it is. Taking a look inside, we have the headphones itself, as well as a small adapter for the airplanes. So if you want to listen to the infotainment or entertainment system in an airplane, you need this plug here. I'm quite happy that they delivered with it, because I'm just too lazy to think of everything when I'm traveling around. And well, yeah, probably it's a product for a few cents, but nevertheless they thought of it and they delivered with it. And next to it you can put a battery, or in other words now a spare battery. One comes with it, of course, and yeah, sure, it's in the headphones, I will come to that later. And you can put another one there. However, the battery life, I have to say, it's quite long. Of course there is a cable inside as well, but we'll come to that in a minute. I just took that out, of course. Okay, going to have a look at the headphone now from the outside. It's well, let's say a very conservative finish. It's not any posh color or anything like Beats Audio does in shiny red or anything like that. It's just like dark gray titanium color. And there's also a special edition which is black, and you can have them in white. But I think white, for me personally, if I use it for sports or anything, I'm sweating a little bit, then white might be a bit too sensitive for dirt or anything else it takes. Otherwise, the build quality is really, really solid. The head, the thing around the head, you can stretch it really far, so even if you have a big head, it will fit easily. And of course, you can extend those things here to quite a length. And well, taking a look again, well, I mean, it fits probably over every head, which you might consider putting on. Otherwise, taking a look at the inside from the headphones, you can see right and left, or left and right, however you want it. And the cable is plugged to the left one. On the bottom here, as you can see, there is the plug. And there are a few microphones on the outside, and I will come to that now. Well, the build as well is plasticky, of course. There is, well, some metal on it, of course, but also plastic. However, it doesn't give you the impression that it's any cheap material. Some other headphones made from plastic, they might give you the impression that they will break if you touch them a bit too hard. With this one here, there is no squeezing, there is no sounds in those turning things here, which are usually the weakest spots. So, well, I feel really confident that they might last quite long. Well, though I broke a few headphones, of course, before that. On the right side here, you can see the small switch for power on and off. It's for the active noise cancellation, and that's probably the best feature of these headphones. Of course, they have some nice sound quality, even if you leave the switch off here, but if you turn it on, it becomes a whole different world. It takes, well, probably a second. If you turn it on, the music will pause or stop for a second on your headphones, and then it will turn this mode on. And yeah, it gives you the impression that you are, well, somewhere far away from anything else around. I tried those headphones before I bought them in the store, and I have to say the feeling is a bit weird at the beginning. Let's say it creates some pressure on your ears, and well, you have to get used to it. Now, of course, I got used to it after using it quite often, almost every day, while traveling, while doing sports and anything else. And I got used to it, and I don't want to miss this function anymore. For example, if you're sitting in an airplane and you're getting really tired of this, well, monotonous noise of the engines, or you're sitting somewhere there's a lot of noise, like in a bus or anything else, this is really handy. You just turn it on and you are basically listening to music, and the quality is super clear. I mean, it's a really even sound. There is good bass, there is a nice middle, and there is also nice height. So there's this kind of Beats Audio emphasis on super bass, and the rest is a bit low, let's say. But this is really equal sound quality here, and yeah, I don't want to miss them, to be honest, and I consider them probably the best headphones on the market at the moment, with this price tag, let's say. Coming to the cable, I told you before, it's a cable for the iPhone. There is a version for Android phones and for iPhone. So here you can pause the music in the middle, and you can make it louder and less loud, as well as answer a call. So if there's an incoming call and you have this headphones plugged, the music will turn off automatically, and you can answer the call, and of course decrease and increase the sound or the level of your call partner. The call quality is really good, as well as the microphone quality. So I never had any trouble or complaints that my partner cannot understand me while I'm talking with the headphones, even if you are somewhere outside and when there might be a little wind blowing. There is no problem with understanding. Well, coming to the point of the wind, I consider those headphones, as I said before, really superb. However, if you have this mode turned on and there is a lot of wind blowing, you really have to turn this off. To be honest, there is no way you can use them when there is, well, like a storm blowing outside. Because the thing is, if there is wind or any pressure difference coming to the microphones, which are built in here, it will try to, well, lay over some sounds for your ears, so it will, well, basically, yeah, let's call diffuse those wind noises, but there is no chance that this can do. So it gives you really loud wind noise in your headphones. It sounds like the wind is blowing right into your ear, so you really have to switch this off if there is really a lot of wind. Of course, it doesn't count for standard wind or a bit more, but if there is storm outside, you really have to switch this off, because this is just useless in wind. Some people might say you can still use it, but I say you can't, because this is just not the quality you expect from a small headphone which has such a price tag. Otherwise, there is no point I can see from a negative point of view here. The batteries, I'm using them now for a few weeks and they're still lasting. Well, both say they last 35 hours with this active noise cancellation switched on. I reconsider it probably lasts more, way more, but of course it also depends on the batteries you're using. But I use this now for 5 weeks, 6 weeks ish, and still there's the first battery inside. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Otherwise, goodbye.